Welcome. We've got some thrilling Arsenal news lined up for you, so stay tuned until the end to catch all the latest updates. And don't forget to leave 300 likes to keep us motivated in bringing you the latest Arsenal updates. Arsenal absolutely bossed the North London derby, handing Tottenham a proper 4-1 pasting at their own gaff and leaving Spurs staring down the barrel of a proper relegation scrap. The Gunners bounced back brilliantly after a midweek wobble, taking control from the off and showing real ruthlessness in the second half to run riot. Igor was having an absolute field day against his old foes, bagging a brace and looking like he was enjoying every minute, while Gyokeres delivered probably his best shift in an Arsenal shirt: 2 massive goals, a hand in the crucial third, and grafting his socks off for the full 90 to lead the charge. Declan Rice's dodgy moment let Spurs nick an equalizer before the break, but after that it was one-way traffic as Arsenal pulled clear with clinical finishing and proper dominance. Player ratings were glowing for most of the lads in red and white. Gyokeres and Igor both pocketed 9/10s. No arguments there, with Gyokeres nabbing man of the match for his 2 big strikes and tireless work rate. David Raya and Piero Hincapié got solid 8s for keeping things tight and contributing up top, while the backline of Jurrien Timber, William Saliba, and Gabriel all picked up 7s for steady showings. Martin Zubimendi and Bukayo Saka earned 7s too, with Saka linking up nicely, though Declan Rice's 6 reflected that costly slip. Leandro Trossard scraped a 6, but overall it was a scintillating display from Mikel Arteta's lot, stretching their lead at the top and piling more misery on the Lily-Whites. North London is very much red right now. Igor Tudor speaks out about Tottenham's humiliating 1-4 derby drubbing by Arsenal leaves Spurs in deep trouble. Tottenham Hotspur suffered a proper hammering in the North London derby, going down 1-4 to Arsenal at their own ground in what was a nightmare debut for interim gaffer Igor Tudor. The Gunners, sitting pretty at the top of the Premier League table, ran riot with braces from Igor and Gyokeres, while Spurs could only muster a solitary reply through Randall Kolo Muani. It's another grim chapter in what's been a wretched season for the Lily-Whites. The first half had a bit of bite to it. Arsenal took the lead through ease on 31 minutes, but Spurs hit back almost immediately with Kolo Muani leveling things up just 2 minutes later. There was a moment of controversy when Kolo Muani thought he'd grabbed a second, only for the linesman to chalk it off for a marginal foul on Gabriel. One of those calls that had the home fans fuming and calling it yet another dodgy refereeing decision. After the break, though, it all went pear-shaped for Spurs. Gyokeres restored Arsenal's lead within a minute of the restart, capitalizing on some slack defending, before Ease made it 3-1 on the hour mark. Gyokeres then wrapped things up with his second in stoppage time, sealing a comprehensive victory for the visitors and stretching their lead at the summit to 5 points. This result has plunged Tottenham deeper into the relegation scrap. They're now just 4 points clear of the drop zone, with the battle at the bottom getting fiercer by the week. Tudor's arrival was meant to spark some sort of revival after the sacking of Thomas Frank, but there's been no new manager bounce here, and the side's defensive frailties were laid bare once again in that dismal second half. Igor Tudor pulled no punches when speaking about Gyokeres' performance, describing the Arsenal striker as unstoppable with his crucial goals and top form throughout 2026. Gyokeres was unstoppable today, Tudor said in English. He dominated physically and mentally, scoring those key goals that killed the game. It's the sort of individual quality we just don't have right now. He's been brilliant all season. Looking at the 5 big lessons from Spursweb's analysis, the first is clear. Tudor's first outing ended in a heavy defeat, with no instant magic from the Croatian boss despite his solid track record elsewhere. Second, Tottenham must now properly focus downwards. The relegation fight is very real, and results elsewhere haven't helped. Third, those refereeing calls stung again, especially the disallowed goal that might have changed the momentum. Fourth, there's hope Tudor can get more out of Kolo Muani. The Frenchman showed flashes of his old self with pressing and link-up play, and their previous work together suggests he could turn things around if given time. Finally, while there were glimpses of fight in the first half and some positive early subs from Tudor, the second half collapse was shambolic. The gaffer has called on his players to ditch those bad habits and show more seriousness if they're to stay up. He's admitted he's very sad and very angry, but remains convinced the squad has the quality they just need a mental and physical reset sharpish. All in all, this derby mauling extends Arsenal's recent dominance over Spurs to 5 straight wins and delivers a harsh reality check for Tottenham. With a tricky away trip to Fulham next up, Tudor will be demanding a response pronto if the season isn't to end in disaster. Come on, you Gunners, or at least, hang in there. Tottenham's proper hiding. 1-4 derby nightmare for Tudor in first game. Tottenham Hotspur got absolutely mullered in the North London derby, going down 1-4 to Arsenal at home in what was a right baptism of fire for new interim gaffer Igor Tudor. The Lily-Whites were outclassed from start to finish by the league leaders, with braces from Eberechi and Victor Gyokeres doing the damage, while Spurs' lone reply came from Randall Kolo Muani, a brief flicker of hope that quickly got snuffed out in a second-half capitulation. The first half had a bit of scrap about it. Ease opened the scoring around the half-hour mark, but Spurs hit back sharpish through Kolo Muani just minutes later, leveling things up and giving the home crowd something to shout about. It stayed level at the break, but you could sense the storm brewing. Arsenal looked a class apart even then, with their movement and intensity already causing headaches. After the restart, though, it all went tits up for Tottenham. Arsenal turned the screw, Gyokeres restoring their lead early doors before Ease made it 3, and then the Swede grabbed his second in stoppage time to rub salt in the wounds. The second half was shambolic from Spurs' point of view. Defensive frailties laid bare, no answers to Arsenal's pressing, and a proper gulf in quality on show. This hammering leaves Tottenham staring down the barrel of a proper relegation scrap. They're now only 4 points clear of the drop zone, with the season turning into a right battle for survival. Tudor's arrival was meant to steady the ship after the chop for Thomas Frank, but there's been no instant spark here. Just a harsh reality check against the team everyone's tipping for the title. Igor Tudor didn't mince his words after the final whistle, admitting the massive gap between the sides but spotting some fight in his lot. "I saw the passion. I saw the will," he said. "So I was not angry because they wanted to do, but then they were not able to do in this moment the things. They wanted to do all what we prepared, so I said that is good, but we need to understand which moment we are now because we are not able to do. Why we are not able to do is the question we resolve." He pinpointed the only goal, that solitary strike from Kolo Muani, as a symbol of where Spurs are right now. Full of heart but short on execution, with the real mission boiling down to basics. Tudor called for his players to stay humble and graft their way out of trouble. Stay humble, that is the key of each of us, and trying to become a team, a squad, a hard-working team. That is the only goal we have now in this moment, he stressed. No big promises, no fairy tales. Just straight talk about ditching bad habits, getting serious, and building from the ground up through sheer hard work day by day. The Croatian boss was honest about the scale of the job, describing Arsenal as probably the best team in the world right now, and admitting the physical and mental chasm was plain for all to see. He saw the derby as a wake-up call, even if it stung, a chance to face facts and start closing the gap through proper graft rather than quick fixes. With only a handful of fit bodies and limited prep time under his belt, Tudor knows the road ahead is brutal. But he's confident the quality's there beneath the mess. Good players weighed down by bad habits that need shifting sharpish. The focus now is on mentality, physicality, and grinding out results to steer clear of the drop. All told, this derby drubbing extends Arsenal's hoodoo over Spurs to 5 straight wins and delivers a sobering dose of truth for Tottenham. Tudor's no-nonsense approach might just be the kick up the backside they need, but with tricky fixtures looming, he'll be demanding a proper response pronto if the season isn't to end in tears. Come on, you Gunners, hold tight. Thanks for watching Arsenal Time. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to like, share, and leave a comment below. Continue following the Gunners' journey with us, and see you in the next video. Come on, you Gunners.